Hi, everyone. It's Lynn from DevineCentral. I am back with more in my 3-card tarot practice series. So do you want to become a really good tarot reader? Then become a really good improvisational storyteller, because that's what tarot is all about. Seeing snippets of a story, either in your head or on the cards on the table, and being able to process and then communicate what you see to the person sitting in front of you. Now, in order to do that, you have to train your brain. Now, some people are just naturally good storytellers, but most not so much. We can memorize keywords for each card, but to read them in a string that makes sense on the fly, well, it took me a long time to figure this out, but every tarot card in a spread cannot be a major player. I mean, some of the cards are simply connectors or action cards or descriptor cards. In a large spread like a Celtic cross or something even bigger, they might just be along for the ride and don't contribute to the message at all. So it's up to us to determine which cards hold the message and how they fit together. And that takes practice. It's not glamorous, but it does work. So I'm kind of taking you back to 4th grade grammar. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Mills, for teaching me about nouns and verbs and adjectives and, dangling participles or whatever. As boring as it may sound, practicing structure will make you a really good reader over time because it trains your brain to see and process the story. Okay, so in my last video, 3-card tarot practice, be a better storyteller, I used artificial intelligence or AI to quickly generate 5 keywords for each card, then mix and match those words to come up with different stories for the same 3 cards. I'll put that link below. In the meantime, today, I started to create this video about adding actions or verbs to your personal arsenal of tarot card meanings. Rather than flipping through each card reciting your basic go-to keyword, try looking at each card and finding the action in it, like he travels, she mourns, they celebrate, he negotiates. Then practice flipping through your deck until you can comfortably recite those actions. Once you've accomplished that, practice using them in structured sentences. I do have a couple of ebooks in my Etsy shop to help you with your 3-card practice. So I'll leave those details below as well. So to come up with some examples, which I'll show you in a minute, I used AI. It's a great tool for practicing. So I thought I'd spend a couple of minutes here showing you how powerful it can be. But be forewarned right up front, AI can be used or abused. And that's why Congress is currently looking at limiting how we access it. Using it as an aid in tarot practice is great stuff. But using it for daily readings, or worse, using it to create email readings for profit, that's abusive. Now, tarot gives us messages. So whether they come from your brain or imagination, or whether they come from divine guidance or your intuition, computer-generated readings don't come from either. The messages are not tarot. So be responsible and use it wisely. Now, if you want to cheat yourself, go right ahead. But if you use it to cheat others, I want you to remember one very important thing. The universe keeps perfect score. Don't forget that. Okay, so here we go. There are many programs that offer AI. I happen to like OpenAI, right? And there are more and more coming out every day. OpenAI is a free program. You simply have to register. Once you do, I bookmark Playground because, here it is, because then I have very quick, easy access to it. So you can ask it all kinds of questions in regular everyday speak. But I'm going to use I'm just going to give you one example of how I've used it. What is the correlation between the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups tarot cards? And what it's going to do is it's going to produce, this whole thing. It's going to talk to you and tell you about how they are, and on how they're shared. But what I want is something more specific, like give me a list of shared symbols on these cards from the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. All right, there's thrones, there's crowns, there's cloaks, scales, stars, birds, water. It breaks down the symbolism. What can I say? Let me pull something else out of the air here. Give me a lighter, more positive meaning for the Five of Swords. It can, a shift, okay. Give it to me in list format because I don't have time to sit and read all that. A shift in perspective from strife and conflict. Practice forgiveness and compassion. Let go of negative feelings and focus on what you can gain from the experience. Find the silver lining in any situation and make the best of it. Do you see how helpful that can be? All right, so let's get to the lesson at hand today. I just wanted to give you that as some ideas of what you can use it for. We're going to take 3 cards. I've chosen the Emperor. O-R, okay. And he's going to be our subject or our noun, okay? Let's call him a controlling man. I mean, there's a lot of meanings for him, but let's make him a controlling man. Then next, let's try the hermit. Okay, and let's make him our action. He's going to be our verb or our action. What action does he bring us? Then how about the Knight of Cups? Okay. Let him be our descriptor. Okay. And I'm going to say, of all the meetings, proposals and invitations tend to be the greatest. But he also is known for travel, right? He's an action figure. So, using AI, give me a list of 5 verbs for the hermit. And I'm going to put tarot card because there's a lot of different types of hermits out there. What is it going to give us? It's going to give us contemplate, reflect, seek, search, mediate. Now, or meditate, sorry, not mediate, meditate. Okay. So what do we have? What can we do with that? We can say that our controlling man contemplated a proposal. I don't think reflect is helpful to us. It doesn't resonate with me, but maybe this controlling man will seek an invitation to something. Maybe the controlling man will search for a proposal, or maybe he will meditate on where he wants to travel. Do you see how that might help you? If you can pick one word out of that will help you, then it would be beneficial. So now let's take these same cards and let's make this one, instead of hermit, let's make it Ace of Wands. How's that? Okay, that's something different. Now, give me 5 verbs for the Ace of Wands tarot card. Create, inspire, innovate, imagine, and venture. So, a controlling man creates a proposal or an invitation. A controlling man can inspire travel. A controlling man can innovate. I don't really like the word innovate there, but he can certainly imagine where he wants to travel, right? A controlling man can venture into a proposal. When you find something that makes sense, then you write it down. So the Ace of Wands is a terrific event, but oftentimes, we see it in a sentence where just having it be a big explosive event doesn't make sense. So if you can do this kind of an exercise and find one word that is a good filler word for the Ace of Wands, eventually your brain will find more of them. But to just use it as a filler, like create, something that simple. The controlling man creates a proposal, or he seeks an invitation. So you take whatever you can and what resonates with you, write it down in your journal. Write the whole sentence down in your journal, because the next time when you really need to find something to fill with that card, you can go back and look and see what resonated with you before. I'm going to do another video on this action subject, and that'll probably be the next video. So stay tuned for that. I'll give you a whole lot of examples, more so than I can do today. All right, then, play with internet, play with AI, have a great time with it. Just use it wisely, and I'll see you next time. Bye.